Good evening guys, welcome back to MotoDad. The time is 8:54 PM. I'm just going to go for a little... Yeah, so I thought I'd take a... hang on, lid down. A little evening spin. Recharge the batteries, and I touched on something in my last video. I know it was quite deep actually, wasn't it? When I took my helmet off, took my gear off, I said to the missus, it's it was like I had my own counselling session. It was beautiful, whether anyone's listening or not, but I had a few nice comments on there. One from a guy called Alan, who said he suffers with anxiety, autism, and after seeing the video he's going to think about taking up biking. How good is that? Well, I thought they were going to pull out then. That was nearly game over, wasn't it? I'll be sleeping in his caravan free of charge. But I touched on a subject. I mentioned that I work for myself. It's not a massive company. You know, it's man and van. Well, it's more of a removals company. I don't want to be listed as a man and van. So I'm just going to adjust my microphone in a second because it's stuck to my lower lip. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I think that's better. So it's just a bit of advice really for... I might have to adjust the microphone again. I'm almost eating the thing. Hang on. So, as I was saying guys, before me choked to death on my microphone. Yeah, so for anyone out there, I don't know, he might be looking at a career change. I've got a tiny bit of savings. You don't even need that really. Well, you need you're gonna, whatever you're going to do, you're going to need a tiny little bit, I suppose, depending on what you do though. I mean, you go and start a window cleaning business for, I don't know, probably 100 quid I reckon. Second-hand ladder, all the tools. But what I do is I help people move from home to home. Very, very, very physical job. But depending on how many people you have on the job, so I don't know, if you're average 4-bed, I mean, some companies will send out 2 guys. I used to do that myself back in London when I used to live down there. I started off, I mean, I've never run a business before, but it was something I felt I always had to go and do. Whether it's a genetic thing, I don't know, but I had a full-time job at the time, working for a comedy club, world famous Jongleurs. Don't know if anyone knows of that. So I was the one. I used to get all the comedians booked into the theatres up and down the UK. Very challenging job actually. Very, very difficult to get through to the organ grinder, if you like, to be able to discuss contracts, etc. with them. And one of my tactics in the end, I used to put in the subject heading, I don't know, I'd put stupid stuff like a meteor, imminent impact, or your wife's got a message for you. And sometimes these silly messages would get through to the person at the top, and I go, gotcha, right. The other tactic I'd have is phone up. Put on a young voice. I don't know if they've got children or not, but I'd go, oh, I can speak to my dad, please. Mr. John Davis, please. Just made that name up. And they'd go, oh, of course you can, and put me straight through. This is after like 40, 50 attempts of trying to get through to the right person. And it'd be like, you little... But I'd end up getting the contract because of it. So, yeah, anyway, digressing there. But it was a good fun job. But sitting at a desk, oh, it just wasn't for me. In the last video, I'm a very, very deep thinker. and it didn't suit my personality. It probably suits some people, not for me. No, thank you. So I started thinking about working for myself, and I thought, I think everyone's got this barrier of like you can't do something, and I broke through that barrier. It wasn't really a barrier there. And years and years ago, when I was back living with my mum, I remember this couple turning up, and they dropped a sofa off. It was husband and wife, tatty old van, steptoe and son, and this always stuck with me for some reason. I don't know why. You know, you think it's like, I was probably about 14 at the time. I'm 48 now. Yeah, they dropped the sofa off. Mum gave them 100 quid cash, and they went. And I thought, God, I said, what was that about then? They said, oh, it's just a man and van service. And yeah, paid them to pick up a sofa and drop it off. I thought, jeez, that's all right. So that's stuck with me ever since. I thought, God, easy money. Yeah, so fast forward to when I was working at the comedy club, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to give it a go. And I remember talking to some people in the office, and you've always got your negatives, didn't you? And I was going to go into business with this other kid in the office, Usman. He's a lovely bloke. It made me laugh. And I told him the idea, and I remember I'm very different. I'm very bull in China shop. I know what I'm going to do. It's already planned out in my head. And he went, oh, I've just been looking on Gumtree, and there's quite, I don't know why I'm doing a Brummie accent. There's quite a lot of removal companies. Quite a lot of removal companies out there. It's not going to work, mate. And I went, oh, okay. Is that final answer, is it? It's not going to work? So I said, well, I'm going to give it a go. Are you sure you don't want on board? He was like, no, I'm quite happy doing what I'm doing. I went, okay. So I thought, right, what do I need? So I went away, had a look at some other removal companies, saw what their website was about. And I thought, right, I need a company name first. I'm doing removals, I want something strong. So I come up with a nice, strong business name. Got the logo designed. I did that on something called People Per Hour. I think it cost me 15 quid. But there's no disrespect to anyone in other countries. I just wanted to deal with someone where I can talk English to them and be able to communicate if there's any issues. Because you get a lot of guys from India on there, which is brilliant. But I just wanted to be able to sort of communicate my problems across, if any to arise, that is. So I managed to get someone. Yeah, it was 15 quid. Had it sent across the same day. Sent me a black background, white logo, and white background, black logo. Sent it how it would look on flyers, teacups and things like that, you know. So I've got my logo. Then I thought, right, need a website. So I went away, looked at some websites, researched for a decent web developer. Found a really good guy, can't remember his name now. Told him what I want. So I wanted a home page, an about page, get a quote page. I think it was as simple as that to start off with. So far I'd probably spent then for that website, and yeah, I think you can still find them cheap. I think I was probably up to about, I think the logo was probably about 20 or 30 quid. Let's say 30 quid for the logo. The website was about 400 or 500 quid. You can actually build them yourself now, quite cheap to start off with. Like on Vista, there's a few other sites you can build them on. Even some of these domain companies like GoDaddy, they'll offer you a free website, and they give you a template, and it will do the job, trust me. If you're good on the phone, good with people, it will work. And this is for a removals company. I'm sure the business model would apply to lots of other different trades, whether it's, you know, window cleaning, jet spraying driveways, wheelie bin cleaning, landscaping, gardening, DIY man. So after the website, yeah, I went and got some t-shirts done. I thought, we haven't got any staff, but I'll get a load done. Found a company really cheap. I think they did me like 10 t-shirts for like 30 quid. And then I thought, right, I need a van. And that's for me, that was my biggest cost. So I found a X. I thought, do you know what, I'm going to buy an old banger. And I thought, if it lasts 6 months and I can make that money back, you know, and on top, obviously more than 1,500 in 6 months, but then great. And I thought, if it doesn't work and I get my money back, yeah, so what? I kept my full-time job, by the way. I've not given up my full-time job. So, yeah, I bought this ex-John Lewis van. Had it logoed up by someone really cheap. I thought, well, if it all peels off because it's cheap, again, I'm trying this out, and there's no point going, you know, up market to start off with. So I had it logoed up. I then you can go, so anyone with a home address, whether you're renting or you're private, you can go onto Google Maps, look in the bottom right hand corner, you've got Google Business, and you can add your company down there, add your hours, add some pictures, and I'm not ashamed to say, I had, well, do you know what, it wasn't even a fake review. It's like a busker. They put money in their hat to start off with, so it looks like you're doing all right, and people follow suit, don't they? So I think I had 1 or 2 reviews to put on there. I've got a mum to leave one. Actually, I did move something for her, so I didn't feel I was lying, really. And I had a mate leave one as well. I then went on to Google and put in, you know, removal companies, and a few third-party companies popped up where removal companies are listed. It's a bit, you know, sort of like Checker Trade and that type of thing. Joined all those. Then I put an advert on Gumtree, because it was quite popular at the time. I'm not sure what it'll be like now. I wouldn't advertise removals on there, but I know some people do. Facebook will be your best bet for advertising for man and van stuff, without a doubt. Removals, I mean, I've advertised now, a lot of them are more smaller loads. I've had a couple of house inquiries on there, but nothing to write home about. Dear Mum, I've had a big house removals on Facebook. Post in the post box at first class. So, we've got the van, we've got the t-shirts, we've got the name. Done a bit of advertising. So now I'm waiting for the phone to ring. And I think it was that day I put the advert on Gumtree. A woman phoned up, and all she wanted was a mattress moving from one address to another. I had no staff. I'm quite a strong guy. Not blowing my own trumpet. I haven't got a trumpet. Yeah, so took the call, and I will say to you now, the first impression on the phone, absolutely crucial, because what I did was I phoned around a few removal companies, and it was like, and I don't think that gives you much, you don't put much faith in that person who's going to be, you know, potentially moving your stuff. So I just used my personality I was given. I think it's an okay personality. Yes please, no thank you. Use their first name, very important. Instant responses via email, not leaving it for half an hour, not leaving a text for half an hour. If that does ever happen, you know, I've got a genuine reason. You know, so I was in the middle of carrying a wardrobe, I do apologise, etc, etc. Oh God, and Bennett, sort these roads out, council. God. So where were we? Yeah, so yeah, I took the call, and she said, "Oh, I'd love you to do the job for me." And I was like, "Oh, so ecstatic." So I said to her, "Well, look, I can't do until 6 o'clock tonight." She went, "No, absolutely fine." Went over there. I mean, this is starting out, by the way, before you do house moves. You got to do your odd jobs here and there, build up a reputation, and word of mouth is extremely powerful. So yeah, turned up at the job. As soon as she opened the door, said, "Would you like me to take my shoes off?" Manners, straight away, good impression. I was hoping she was going to say no, which she did, because obviously Although if I'd have dropped the mattress on my foot, it wouldn't have hurt, would it? But a bit different when you're carrying heavy furniture. So yeah, went upstairs, showed me the mattress. Oh, that's a nice mattress, that one. She said, you're moving this on your own? I said, yeah. So I picked that up and carried it downstairs at a massive snail. So I'm trying to clean my lid. By breathing in, it demists. Yes. Yeah, popped it on the van, collected my money. I think she paid me 50 quid, £50. Delivered the mattress. I then, as soon as I delivered to the customer, I texted her, said your mattress has been delivered safely. Could you leave me a review here and here? And I had the most glowing, for the considering it was just a mattress, it was such a good review. And it just came in from there. The work started flooding in. You know, on a business I'd started up for what, 1,500, so it was under £2,000. But I'm telling you now, you could start a Madden van company and removals company without a van, because you can go and rent them. So you don't even need the van, you can take that cost out of it altogether. And you can build up a good relationship company with the rental, a good relationship with the van rental company. You get some special deals here and there. They'll probably drop the deposit for you, so no more deposits. That's another thing to stop worrying about. But yeah, just it went bonkers, and I left my job 6 months later. And the final job I had was doing the office move for the company I was working for. So I thank you for the lovely paycheck. See you later. No, but I always believe, leave on good terms. Very good. Don't burn bridges. Dave, get me the matches. There's a bridge here. Yeah, don't burn bridges. People have got to cross them. But guys, you know, if you're looking at a change of job, career move, or you want to keep your job and do something on the side, don't think it's not possible. It totally is. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyone can do it. Like I say, get yourself a company name, get yourself a logo, get yourself a website, do a bit of market research on the company as well. If you feel there's loads of them already, to me, I've got a different point of view. That says, well, there's room for another one. So what are you waiting for, guys? Get yourself a motorbike and start your business up. Oh, so lovely to be out. That fresh air. Temperature's dropped a bit now. I can feel the old goosebumps. Beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, so, like I'm saying, don't sit there thinking about it. Life's extremely short. I'm 48 now. I remember when I hit 30 years old, Gordon Bennett, Roland Keating was right. Life is a roller coaster. Straight downhill. Life is a roller coaster. Stop. 31, 32, 33, 34, 30. Gordon Bennett. Who's Gordon Bennett anyway? Happy as Larry, Gordon, taking the Michael, loads of them in there. Anyway, that's yeah, and I left that removals company, a bit of a breakdown in relationship, and sold that company on, moved away, and I'm doing it again in my new area now. Different clientele, different types of houses compared to London, but again, my first year was absolutely brilliant. I took the same business model and went and did it again. Customer service, first impressions, crucial, and so are the people you work with. But yeah, and it's a great industry to be in, to be honest. I mean, I I've worked with some really interesting guys. I've had a few little hiccups here and there, just the way it is. But everyone I've worked with, I respect so much and respect what they do. You're not going to agree on everything with people you work with, but not to say I'm right, not to say they're right. I might pull up here now and finish the video. So pull up here somewhere safe. If there's a spot for me. There is. There we go. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in again. I'm going to say, if you've got any questions or any advice on starting your little business, I'm not a Peter Jones or Deborah Meaden, Deborah Medium. I know a little thing or two, and like I say, I'm a small little company. Keeps me ticking over. Keeps a roof over my head and the walls. Be a bit weird, wouldn't it? Floating roof. Dad, where's the walls? Can afford that. Just a roof, mate. But guys, I appreciate every little comment I've had so far. It makes my day, honestly. It really does. When I read that Alan's comment, yeah, just it makes it so worthwhile. And like I say, I've done this channel for a bit of fun and to talk about a few things. I've got so many ideas I want to do, so many videos I want to do. So if you haven't subbed, make sure you do sub. Oh, old man noises. It's funny that when you get older, isn't it, all the noises you make. Yeah, if you've watched the video, please subscribe. I'll be doing some brilliant videos. I've got hopefully a video lined up with the guy that passed my CBT for me, Mark. Very experienced rider. He's going to be taking me on a advanced riding course, and we're going to film the whole process. So it'll be a camera shot from my angle, and in the top of the screen, top left hand corner, you'll see Mark's video footage as well, talking me through what to do here and there. So it's all to prepare me for my Mod 1, Mod 2 next year. So guys, thank you all. Have a brilliant week. I hope you have a really successful week, every one of you. And don't forget to give me a like, give me a sub, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Over and out.